Well, I have a few more whiteboards for you here. This one's on grounding, or being grounded, and it somewhat falls into the slippery buzzword category, as I mentioned in the previous video. So, grounding can mean a whole lot of different things to a whole lot of different people, and it's used frequently and kind of fluidly. So I kind of wrote this up as a physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, being the outer arc of the whole thing. Ways to look at it. At a real physical level, literally grounding yourself. A lot of proponents to earthing, hooking yourself up to a ground wire in your house even, plugging into the wall to the ground connection and earthing yourself. A lot of people do that. But I noticed myself, walking barefoot once in a while, going out to the sand, in a river or a creek and walking through the sand, nothing's better. So what happens there? Electrical grounding, obviously. Ionic balancing between you and the earth. You can exchange those ions and charges and equalize with the earth. I think there is something to it. I won't totally poo-poo it. Connect to Mother Earth, down to earth, in your body. These are all things more to the physical side of grounding. Now, more to the emotional, it's being centered, being peaceful, comfort. I kind of went down through here. Earthing, electrical grounding, ionic balance, finding your seat. Yeah, comfort, basically being comfortable in your own skin. Being comfortable to sit down and comfort itself, adjusted, integrated, comfortable in your skin, body awareness. So that's kind of going down to the centered, peaceful thing, into the emotional. It's about as close as I got to the emotional, I guess. Back up to the mental, mindfulness, it's a real big thing. People ground themselves by mindfulness, supposedly. So mindfulness of body, mindfulness of your breathing, mindfulness of observation of emotional pull. That's even worse, even harder to really analyze than mental processes. Mindfulness of your mind, your brain patterns, that's kind of easier. But going back to this emotional pull, you just got to kind of look in retrospect and see, well, maybe I did overreact a little bit there. Maybe I was thinking with my glands rather than my mind at that point. And then spiritual, back down to universal love, oneness, the law of one, and maybe having an intellectual foundation itself can be called grounding to a lot of people. I'm grounded in my philosophy. So that can all go together. All in, all out. I'm not sure what I was going for right there. So grounding of an alternate experience, the experience beyond the normal. It's very hard to recall those experiences, to bring them back. I've done several videos talking about the effort and the difficulty in translating one back down to the other and recalling dreams, for example. It's the prime thing, It's hard to do lucid dreaming if you don't have good recall. Although to some extent, I feel that I will recall a dream if it's really significant. But who knows? You don't always recall it all the time. I recall dreams spontaneously, just out of the air sometimes, during the daytime. A dream I might have had a week ago because something triggered it. Anyway. Grounding of an experience, kind of a different angle on the whole thing. So many different ways to look at grounding. I just wanted to go through a few and point out it is one thing, because I heard people even in class ask, what is grounding, and someone gave a real pat answer. So I want to explore it a little bit. Meditators might also enjoy my other channel called Hills and Streams, where I post some things that would be good for meditating, like birds and river noises and stuff like that, for a set amount of minutes, 10 minutes or 20 minutes. So you might want to check that out. Thanks.